Let's get into game number one. It's the Homeboys going up against RRQ. And look at Sepa protecting his fragile jungler. And Versick on the re-debuting Shin.
You said there were no utility junglers. I beg to differ. With Mountain Shocker, at least they're going to have vision, but you can tell that even with RRQ, they're instantly going for these invades.
Oh, look at this. Only in the second camp did Chipoy say, yeah, I'm going to check in on him. Oh, he's in trouble!
Yep, I think he should be able to get the first blood. Warlord finds it, given to the right target, and now this Boxio pick is looking mighty fine. Can't regen in time, won't be able to be as tanky as you want to be in the early game. Feels so good.
Yep, especially now with Barbosa coming in. Oh, he's been hot. He's been waiting. Zorn has been playing in the SPS so far for the Homeboys after his contract got picked up. And right now, we're back to the usual 5 down bottom, 2v1.
Anip is instantly going to get ganked here. It's going to force him out of lane. If this becomes a kill, this might be bad. And it looks like he finds the kill, but it's only to Sipoy. Sin's able to flicker out of there and just in time. GB is going to commence the dive as Barbosa tanks the wave. He can only tank so much. Somebody get rid of it. Sin outplays it perfectly. And that is why you take Quantum Charge.
Sidestep in just underneath. I'm pretty sure the damage reduction did magic there as well. And I'm talking about like shenanigans. I'm not talking about magic defense magic. The patch is tricky. Folks, real quick, something to note. In addition to the Quantum Charge, right? You have to note here as well, Sepat is rocking an XP lane Grok with Lethal Ignition. Is he going to be able to deal enough damage in the timer?
I think he's able to do a lot of damage if he goes for that flicker combination, right? That flicker into wild charge. If you're close to a wall, at least you can like weave in one auto attack before you power nature. Arguably, even nature's barrier is pretty good in these cases. Now, next upcoming purple going to be contested as Sipoy is going to get the information. Gets hit up by the Breath of the Ocean. Wild charge committed as well. Sipoy ends up dying to the rough waves, and now Banana, he is going to be losing out on a member. While the rest of the Homeboys, wow, they're not even going to commit towards this turtle side.
Yep. It looks like they're waiting on Chibi. And yeah, something to note, it's been a while since Shin was the last viable, since Shin was last even picked up in a pro-level game. I'm throwing back to Jakarta, man. I'm talking group stage, rather early days, knockout stage M4 in the hands of Carl Tizzi versus Team Hawk.
That's a really good example. I was thinking even further before, where the last time we've seen Shin and potentially could be going in towards that, funnel strategy, could have been down by the gold lane. We've seen teams do that before, and especially Sin in this case. But now the turtle finally getting contested for. This time will fall into the hands of Chibi as he catches up to the EXP of first 6 in the meantime.
Yep, that's a delayed turtle taken at 3 minutes. And I'm wondering, what are they thinking here? Will they get Anip one more time? Chipoy, Clay, and Sin. Spotted out by Barbosa. Oh, backline!
First 6 all by himself. Warlord finds it, and Chibi secures the kill as the rest of the team back away. Sorry, the opposite way. Warlord securing the kill, and Chibi there for the assist. In the meantime, at least this diverts attention, and Anip gets to live.
Yep, so far, story of the game, RRQ calling the shots, and slowly but surely, Homeboys following up. And when they do follow up, when they do catch up to the tempo, they actually get quite a bit on the backswing, right? You can see that RRQ are up maybe 700, 800 gold right now, but Homeboys scored a turtle and are getting solid kills on the back end. But wait, Chibi, oh, they're troubling him. This is going to be a tough purple.
Yeah, but Sipoy, he's trying to back out of there. As soon as he sees Warlord, he realizes, okay, it's not worth the time. Boxy as well is going to stop my regeneration when I'm in brushes. It just isn't worth it. But looking at the emblems earlier, a lot of RRQ is rocking that Tenacity Clay, flickering out for his life.
Yep, and what exactly Tenacity does is allows you to kind of stay put, right? It allows you to fight for it more. And looking at Xin and Versick, they have a killing spree. So if they do get the kill, they stay alive a little bit longer, they sustain, they heal up, they go for the fight one more time. And oh, look at this. Chipoy spots out Barbosa. Mountain Shocker. Oh, that's great. This allows RRQ to stay ahead of the curve. And that's one thing that RRQ can make up for compared to the rotational speed Homeboys has. They have Barbosa on the backshot, they have the Ling, they even have Sepat, they catch Chipoy.
Yep, they're going to try it again. Oh, no Petrify being committed, but rough waves will be. Chibi is going to initiate, but that means that Clay gets the free RW whim on towards Tribrush side. Here it comes. Oh, it doesn't find any kills. The torn apart memories just not dealing enough.
So you see what Homeboys want to do, right? You see what they want to set up for, and they're going for complete mobility, just battlefield and combat mobility. But RRQ understand, and now Anip is in trouble!
Yep, he stands his ground. He has to get away from me just in time. He knows that the torn apart memories isn't there, allowing Chibi to see some low targets, and now it's going to be Sin who's going to go down. But he manages to trade just in time against Anip. They find a second kill, but that will fall over to Barbosa's side. First Six and Clay looking for executes, and First Six finds one, doesn't get the second. Mountain Shocker to confirm positions. Barbosa is out of there. Warlord, he's got to be careful. First Six deals a lot more damage than you can imagine, and now that he's out of the way, Warlord fails to find the angle, fails to find the trajectory.
I don't know what Warlord was thinking. I mean, there were, what, 2 or 3 members there that had higher health? There's no way he was going to burst any of them, and Fursic understands the limit of this hero. You know what? It makes sense. Throwing back to the height of Fursic's career, throwing back to when he was rocking it with EVOS Legends, Yusen Shin was the thing. Yusen Shin was on top of the game, and right now, wait, Chibi. All right, Chibi was just bothering him, but yeah, no, that was all the passive. He was triggering it. In, out, trace this.
It's good. It's good to see him, and that's why he actually gets a lot of benefits with his particular playstyle. With the killing spree, right? Go in, get that kill, get the extra movement speed, get out. If he was trying to play a more kite style, he probably would have taken Quantum Charge in this case. But now, we see on towards the bottom side, the lane swap has already occurred very early on, just to make sure that the EXP laners is nearby for the upcoming turtle.
Yep, real quick on the item check. It's Barbosa who is making the most money for Homeboys, but across the board, they're down roll per roll. Specifically, Sin, oh my god, he's 1,000 and change above. And now Warlord's in trouble!
Oh, he's able to dodge the torn apart memories with the rough waves. Barbosa with the Toys Poisson trying to slow down as many people as possible. Breath of the Ocean does not connect. Nature's Barrier to try and cut off any other reinforcements from RRQ side. They don't get anything, and the whole time this is occurring, Sepoy chasing down Chibi, so they know exactly where he's going. Now towards top side, that tier 1 should technically fall, but the 2v1 in mid should secure the kill onto Chipoy, and that's what we want to see. RRQ will take this tier 1.
Yep, they are delaying the inevitable. Chipoy gave his life up to buy time for the top lane to eventually crash, despite the efforts of Sepat and the gang. And now Barbosa, now we're wondering, is this really worth it? Is the fact that this Basha can actually cut through the back line and rotate, protect what needs to be protected, but is it a draft to win, right? Because right now, oh no! Warlord!
Able to get into the rough waves in that time. The tier 1 mid is already fallen. Anip tries his best. The Tracer Crest doesn't do as much damage as he wants to, but it's going to be the torn apart memories that finds the kill onto Barbosa. With 2 members low, they have to recall.
And that's it. They're going to leave the baby purple here. They understand. They committed Grand Theft Purple, and they're going to starve Chibi. And this is the first time in a while I've actually seen a Hilda delay a Ling to where it actually matters, and not just in the early game. Chipoy does die eventually. I can't believe we're still at... Ooh!
Oh, the passive kicked in time for Warlord just before he dies there.
Woo!
And that is, thank God he's still alive. He's got all of his abilities. He even has the Petrify. He just needs to find either play First Six. Barbosa, he's going to jump on towards First Six's side to slip out wild charges. Warlord finds nothing here, but ends up getting taken out regardless. Warlord with a little bit of HP, still alive, able to hop away. In the meantime, First Six just taking heads, flickering for a banana. Looks good. Oh, the torn apart memories. Man, those projectiles travel fast.
And far. I could have sworn Sin threw it all the way from Jakarta to Kuala Lumpur. Homeboys did not see that coming. And here's the thing. I don't know what Homeboys were thinking during that Lord take. It's like Chibi was a part of the conversation where said, all right, Warlord, I have the angle. Everyone else, let's go. Chibi's like, wait, what? Am I part of the decision-making body here? Because this is not a Lord we can take, and they suffered so many losses from that. RRQ are now up 5K. Waves are crashing in, top, mid, and bottom. And they're calling the shots from down here. There's 5 members of Homeboys facing off against Banana and Clay alone.
I think it was a risky play. I think they were looking for the squishier targets in the back. I think it's a testament to RRQ, but Barbosa just looking for any space to get into that backline to start this fight and slow down the rest of them. But RRQ just making sure they've set the battle lines, they've set their trenches, and now they're taking tier 2s.
Yep. They take top first, Mountain Shocker, Furshik, and the rest of RRQ making sure they know exactly where Homeboys can come from. Oh, Chibi. Again, it's just Clay and Banana. There's a lot of damage between the both of them. And I understand that Barbosa is trying to go for both vision and a pickoff, but not when you're building the Baksha this way. He only has a Molten Essence, only has a Radiant Armor, and then that's it. He's got the concealed boots set up for warrior boots, but that's it. It's so difficult to be Homeboys right now. One of the ways that they can win and maybe close the 7K gap at 10 minutes is to punish. If RRQ overextend, that's one way.
I mean, that's what we're hoping to see here, especially if you're in the Homeboys' camp. More importantly, I think, man, it's tough because as a support, you only have so much gold to work with. You can only itemize either against magic resist or even armor. In this case, he decided to go for magic resist. Now, Barbosa, all by himself, just getting absolutely shredded by everybody, dying to the torn apart memories. As Snapboy is able to get out. Warlord looks for the combo as the RWN stops them. Wild Charge is going to keep them in place, but Anip can't get in on the fight for free. Has to get on out of there as First Six is going to commit right on top of him, and Chibi so low. Same goes for Warlord and Anip. They make an attempt, and not bad, a 50-50 despite being 6K ahead of them.
Yep, and again, that's the overcommitment from RRQ. They found a way to try and force RRQ into a fight that they weren't completely ready for, and that's why Homeboy spent all of their ults. They bursted Barbosa a little too quickly, I'm sure, because he didn't even get to use his Puissance. And now this allows for them to maybe turn this Lord coming in about 20 seconds into a 50-50. It's not going to be a Luminous Lord, it's still going to be a level 1 Lord, but that's just a testament to how fast RRQ are going, how quickly they're making use of their visual, their vision advantage, how they're making use of, again, how Chipoy just gets in there. This Ling is not fully built yet, folks. Chibi only is rocking a Corrosion Scythe, a Berserker's Fury, and a Windtalker. That's it. That's still farming territory for the Ling.
Yeah, it is farming territory for the Ling. Honestly, not exactly the best position that you want to be in, but let's keep in mind, I don't know about you, but we'll get our opinions about Malefic Roar as second items for both of these marksmen, but only a little bit later, because the Lord Dance has commenced and RRQ have full control over it. Warlord looking for First Six, and Banana just trying to give some kind of space. Chibi is going to get into the middle of the fight. Rough Waves has already come out as well. RWM comes out instantaneously. Retribution fight won by First Six. They find the kill onto him with the help of Supad, and now they're on the run. I think Supad even recognizes he might be in trouble. This whole time Sin is getting some good shots in towards Barbosa. Supad finally falls, and Anip able to zone the rest. Warlord with a good breath of the ocean, and Sin rightfully and very smartly building into a immortality.
This is best case scenario for Homeboys. I mean, not a clear 50-50. You know, we didn't see Chibi try to go for the Lord, but just the same, they picked off Fursic, and that's the best case scenario for Sepat. You talked about it, right? Again, you get the full flicker into Wild Charge into a basic attack, full combo on this damage Grok, which is rocking Sea Halberd and Blade of the Heptaseas. Yeah, best believe most members of RRQ, maybe save for Banana and Chipo, are going to go down. So yeah, this is not a full Lord take. This is not a Lord that RRQ can take advantage of. Just the same, you can see that Chibi is also making moves on the map, and he's not looking that bad. I mean, we did say how he's still in farming territory, but he just picked up his Endless Battle. So yeah, he definitely can put up a fight, especially if he catches Zin and Fursic off guard, who are just barreling up top. Close enough where we're going to see them start juggling items here.
Yeah, I think Chibi can even deal some decent damage towards Banana's side. Like, looking at his build, right, I don't see a lot of armor. I see the Dreadnought armor, but that's as good as it gets other than the Dominance Ice. And here comes the big argument, right? Would you have preferred Hunter Strike as for flat penetration or Malefic Roar in these cases, second item, like for First Six and as well as Sin? Both of them built it as their secondary.
I think there's the math. And so far, Malefic Roar, it got its base penetration changed, but the stack penetration actually went up. That's the adjustment in the past patch. So I think the fact that they picked it up early should pay off. The fact that they picked it up early and they're picking these fights when they're calling shots. Oh, spotted!
Oh, the traces coming in from First Six was beautiful. Dodging it just in time. Full commitment from Warlord, including his Petrify. Good outplay from First Six.
And that's beautiful. Again, Fursic knows how to play this hero. This is where he was at his best, some would argue, during his career when he was playing in this metagame in Chipoy. Able to bully Chibi all the way through the late game. Oh, threading the needle. Oh, they're inside the base already.
He's just going to try and deal as much damage as he can. His damage is starting to ramp up, right? 3 members already put low just because of Muddles and the spread of the auto attack. Now, Homeboys looking for that opportunity to start taking re-control over the map. 25 more seconds until Lord comes back up.
Yep, this Lord here is about as 50-50 as the last one, given how fast Homeboys can recover. And as you'll see here, just about 500 gold between, you know what, 1,000 gold. I'm good with math. Between Zin and Anip. And right now, oh, they're looking to punish Chipuy.
Yep. If they could turn this into a 5v4, I think that would be the most ideal. It really doesn't matter who the target is, because half the time Chipuy is there to just stall Chibi, interrupt his combinations, and be overall really annoying. As RRQ sit on top of this Lord, they should be able to secure this for free. Supbot unable to reset in time, and now the fight starts to break out as Supbot with wall charge to initiate on towards Clay, who breaks his immortality. First six next to fall to the Blade of Tempest. RWM comes out a little late, but can't do anything about that as Anip is able to free hit this entire time, and Banana can't do much about it. GB is looking for the right target. Zipboy continues to distract him and kills him underneath the turret, knocking him off the wall.
Chipuy was the perfect threat magnet and just the same, the perfect punisher. He executed that post-Lord sequence perfectly. And right now, RRQ, it's their game to win here. Barbosa and Anip, I'm afraid they're not enough to defend here against the 4 that are presenting the end here inside their base.
The Inspire coming up from Anip is able to deal some decent damage. He's going to keep on autoing with Muddles positioned in front of RRQ to make sure that they can't walk up for free. Good way to deter them, Anip. And RRQ have to start all over again.
Beautiful defense and well-timed. Homeboys, they delayed so well. Oh, they pulled the wave down to the bottom, and then that was all of the back of Barbosa, and Barbosa said, you know what, it's fine, just clear the wave, take down the Lord, you got this. You got this, Anip. And Anip here started juggling items as well. He's building up to his last one, and now Warlord, a little too forward.
Yeah, I can't do anything about that. And Zin getting a lot of free hits onto Barbosa's side. He might be able to secure it, able to secure it with a torn apart memories. Unstoppable for now as they start collapsing down towards the bottom wave. That inhibitor should start to fall as they chip away at it one by one. And RRQ looking for the end game. Looking for a way to close it out. That crystal's exposed.
Ooh.
Next set of minions are starting to come in, but they're not Lord empowered. Banana's going to pull one. Chibi in the middle of the RWM. Supbot is going to go for the wild charge to make it happen to get this kill onto Clay, but Chibi taking way too much, and Zipboy is able to finish him off. It is now all up to Anip with no Winds of Nature left to fight against 5. Get away from me is popped early, but the taunt is too good as he falls down to the Traceless. Warlord tries for the attempt. He could have done it, but this buys time for Barbosa to walk in. He's unable to clear the waves. He pops this to Toys Poissons, but it's just not enough. No damage, no way to wave clear. RRQ take game 1.